Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here. Today we're looking at Gordian Quest. This is an RPG deck builder made by Mixed Realms. They're an indie studio in Singapore. They offered to sponsor a video, and this has been on my Steam list for a very long time, for a couple of years now. This was released in March of 2020 in early access. I don't know if you guys remember anything else that happened in March of 2020, but it was a very hectic time for pretty much everyone. But they've done a lot of work, and it's now releasing in full on the 23rd of June. So if you've played this game before, some new things in the full release are a completely new fourth act. There's a brand new hero, so there's 10 in total. There's an endless mode, there's new item classes, balance changes, and stuff like that. For me, I haven't had the time to go hands-on with this yet. And I'm going to be looking at this from the perspective of, what's that opening hour like? The reason I'm doing this is because if you read the Steam reviews, which are very positive, the one thing that does come up is that the systems can feel pretty complex. So I want to see how that onboarding process is and how they layer on these different mechanics. Because I feel like for a game that has a pretty deep mechanic system, that the way it's layered to introduce us is really, really important, at least for someone like me. So if you're like me, then let's see what this first chunk of gameplay is like. There's 3 different modes: campaign mode, realm mode, and skirmish mode, and then there's going to be like an endless. We're going to go campaign mode. It's a little bit more guided, and that's like the core of the game. Now, it says up here that in the live version, areas are unlocked once you've cleared them once, so you have to go Act 1, 2, 3, 4, makes sense. But for the press build, I could jump around. However, we're going to stay in Act 1 in Westmire here. So we've got 10 heroes to choose from. Anyone from Lucius the Sword Hand down to Stroud the Monk, Pierre the Conjurer, Ida the Forest Defender. We've got Alphonse the Scoundrel, Jendaya the Golemancer. I mean, these all sound awesome. She commands a golem that's both her companion and defender. Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to go as literally as basic as possible. Lucius the Shorthand, 1 on the complexity scale. And when you choose a hero, you've got 4 specializations. So if you think about it, you've got 10 heroes, 4 specializations. That's like 40 different builds right off the get-go. And you can see here, if you sort through these, it's changing everything in your deck. So 4 basic slash cards changes to 1 stronger slash, but then a couple of Rens with bleed, and then shift, and there's a bunch. It changes. It's really cool. This does change your complexity, changes your hit points, your initiative, which determines your order. It's all pretty standard stuff, but what we're going to do is just start basic and see how they kind of layer things on for us. So Lucius, let's rock. We're going to play on normal mode. 50% chance for elite enemies to have special traits, baseline enemy health and damage. You can see this scales as you go. There's 3 modes to choose from: standard, roguelite, and roguelike. You can see what those do underneath. For this video, we're just going to stay on standard. I just want to get a sense of what the game's trying to do. So let's go. Okay, view the help page to learn more about combat. You there. You were with the soldiers that came in from the south. With me, the undead ahead look like nasty ones. We'll push through this group and regroup with Captain Roderick and his men in the garrison. If you're handy with that weapon of yours, now would be a good time to use it. All right, cool. So he's going to act autonomously, I guess. Perform an attack by picking a card, then picking a target in range. So we've got Slash for 9 damage. We have Rend. Bleed here. This increases the value of damage received. Caps at 25% of units' max HP. Heals will remove an equivalent value. And then just basic damage here. I feel like if we apply that bleed, it's going to increase the value of damage received. So if I do this, he's going to take 7. Now with that bleed, I imagine it takes that 4 on top of the next damage thing that we would do. For now, it wants us to play a defense card. I'm already getting ahead of myself, eh? Like don't over strategize, just follow the directions, man. Okay, do the same with the defense card, but play it on yourself instead. Yeah, got it. Let's go. These both do the same. Let's guard. Every skill is an action point cost shown in the orb in the card's top left corner. Spend your remaining AP wisely. So these all cost 1. Here's our AP down here. So now if I go for this, we're going to kill this guy anyway. But it does. It just adds that to your next attack. It's an interesting way of doing bleed. Typically, you see that as like a damage over time effect. But yeah, I like that. That's different. Also, I'm noticing when I'm hovering here, these guys are going to... oh, look at this. Okay. Front. Targets from front to back. So front to back, I presume. If all opposing units are in the same row, priority goes same lane to upper lane to bottom lane. Okay, I'm sure that'll get explained. But let's just stay here and see what it does. So he's gonna... Okay. Okay, so that's where that priority system comes in. Nice one. I must admit I took you for an amateur, but now we might survive this one just yet. By my side, let's take them down together. Okay. What's he gonna do? He moves in. Officer Aaron has drawn a trigger card. Hover on the icon on him to preview it. Attack while standing beside him to trigger the effect. Attack of opportunity trigger. When an ally in the row attacks, follow up and deal 7 damage and retain. So this means it remains in hand on turn end. So these are rows up and down, and these are lanes. Okay, so basically I need to get to here. Right? Can I just move there with an AP? Is that how that works? Oh yeah, cool. Also have shift. It costs 1. Move a target into an adjacent cell, so maybe I can move him around with that. Anyways, triggers are discarded after 1 use, but can be drawn again from the deck. Now finish off this battle. So if I attack him for 9, he's going to deal an additional 7. This dude's toast-a-rama. Yeah, sick. Okay, cool. Well fought. Let's get a move on before more of them come. The garrison's just up ahead. All right, sweet. I like that it's super basic right now, but it did layer in some of the more complex stuff of having to reposition and then... use that trigger effect. So let's see where this goes. We get some rewards here. Renown, some gold, and a mental tonic to gain 3 focus. What does that even do? Your next X melee attacks will grant channel equal to the number of target hits. Yep, that's... Okay, cool. Trouble in Westmire. I like the art style. Especially like the way that the town is designed. Let's really quickly look in here and look at combat. So this is the battle grid. Your team's placed on the left side, the enemy's on the right. Units act in initiative order. That's all cool. The higher the hero's initiative, the higher their chance of going first. The key to winning battles is to devise a plan around your enemy's intents, what they plan to do this round. You can view their intents by looking at the icons beneath them. Holding left alt also displays intents. Hover over the intent icons to view the card that will be played, as well as the range of the attack. Keep your defenses up when enemies are attacking, or move heroes out of the way. Be more aggressive when enemies leave you an opening. Cool. Right-click enemies to view their resistances. Okay. Cards that deal damage will display their damage type after the damage value. Attack enemies with damage types they're weak against. So red icons are weak. White, I guess, they'd be more resistant to. So, for example, this zombie would be weaker to fire, but more resistant to chaos. This little slash that we've been seeing is physical damage, cold, lightning, and pure. Ignores all resistances. Okay. And then here, so this is what their targeting can be like. So they can hit the lane that they're in for melee. They can hit the back target in a lane if they're ranged. Target a specific unit. Target a specific unit for the entire round. Units cannot avoid this skill. Front, which I think we saw. Back, which I guess works the same way, but it hits the back, the unit in the backmost row. Okay. Cell, target specific on the ground. Hits the frontmost target, allies. Okay. That'll come, we'll learn more about that as we go. Welcome to the Garrison. It isn't much, but it'll have to do on such short notice. Where are my manners? I'm Officer Aaron of the Town's Guard. Wish we'd met under better circumstances, naturally. This here is our guild hall. We've converted it into to house survivors like yourself, so make yourself at home. In the meantime, you should speak with Captain Roderick. He's in charge around here. Let's go, Roderick. Captain, we have a sword hand with us. Pretty handy with that blade of his, from what I've seen. At ease, Officer Aaron. And greetings, traveler. Your arrival to our fair city couldn't have come at a worse time. The undead curse that lays on this land has been a thorn in our side for centuries, but an attack of this magnitude, unheard of. Foul magic has disabled the waypoints as well. Smells like the work of an enemy action, if you ask me. Indeed, officer. Anyway, Captain Roderick's my name. I'm in charge of this garrison. We've already evacuated the civilians to High Home before the incident with the waypoints, so it's just battle essential personnel here. The situation's dire. We've got our hands full tending to the injured, so I urge you to help my men push back the undead in the immediate area. The dead outnumber us 3-1 out there. My most pressing concern now is the garrison's storehouse up north. It's been overtaken by local gangs, but if you can wrestle control back from them, it would greatly help the defense effort. Now you might be wondering, why am I going through all of this reading? Let's just fight. This is an RPG, so I kind of want to see if there's other decisions to be made that are out of combat. So I don't want to just rush through it, and I want to give it its time. Leave it to us, sir. I've got a good feeling about this one. Godspeed and keep your wits about you out there. Before we leave, let's see if you can recruit help from the guild hall. Yes, please. Things will go a lot smoother with another pair of hands. Guild hall. Okay. So it looks like we can choose from a bard, soft, soothing melody to lift the mood in the hall. Jendaya, a mage. She stands in the shadow of what appears to be a towering mass of sentient rock. She was the Golemancer, I think, that we saw. Pierre, a spellbinder. He's joined your convoy from the Citadel. Or a random. Let's pick Jendaya, a mage. Be delighted to help out. Yeah, cool. So what does she do? Adjacent allies draw 1. Gain 7 guard, and then Rocky, I guess that's the name of the golem. Golemancer. That's cool. Okay, we'll learn about her out there. 13 hit points, 13 initiative, 12 strength, 11 dexterity, and 12 intelligence. Look at this. Okay, so strength affects your damage when using red cards, and performance in challenges involving physical strength and endurance. Dexterity affects your damage using green cards, and performance in challenges involving agility and reaction. And intelligence affects blue cards, and performance in challenges involving knowledge and perception. So she's level 3 on the complexity scale, which is gonna change our approach a little bit. Ophelia, by the light, looks like you've seen better days. Do what I can to heal your wounds. Please do what you can to protect the innocents here. If necessary, return to the sanctuary for further healing. Light guide you, traveler. Okay. What are these events it's trying to show us? Text-based scenarios that may involve a series of choices or dice rolls. If there's a dice roll challenge, you must roll a 20-sided die and add any bonuses or penalties that are applicable. Depending on the event, only one hero in the party may need to re-roll, or may need to roll. Other times, all heroes must roll. If a hero is exhausted, the roll is reduced by their exhaustion value. Rolling a 20, represented by the Gordian quest symbol, is an automatic success. Rolling a 1 is an automatic failure. If you roll lower than the target score, there'll be a negative outcome. If you roll higher, that's good. You can use your hero's skill to gain a bonus to the roll. Certain skills will grant a higher bonus. All right, sweet. So a lot of like D&D influence here, it sounds like. So we can chat. We can do prayers, or we can buy stuff. Huh. Okay. What are the prayers? 50% of the maximum HP. I mean, he's missing a little bit. So, oh, I guess these are just maybe different options for physical aid. Fair enough. Fallen heroes revived. Heal party to maximum HP, remove status effects. Let's do that. Get him up there. And then alms, worthwhile donation to a charitable cause, 50% chance to earn fate. Sure. I'm feeling lucky. Was that good? 2 out of 3 fate. A measure for your good fortune and karma used for altering your destiny. Spend points to redo a bad challenge roll, taking the new outcome. Oh, neat. If negative, you'll be forced to reroll successes. Huh. Let's see if we can gain one. There we go. So I may have gained one before, but I didn't even know to look up there. So now it's maxed. I feel like that's good. Let's go. We'll have to loop around the garrison to get to the storehouse. Steady as we go. If things are getting too tough, we should head back to Sister Ophelia for healing. Okay. So we've got 4 different things. This is, I guess, the goal. Take back the storehouse. We have to clear all these nodes beforehand. So here, there's going to be 3 zombies. I like the sounds of that. Heroes have +10 initiative. Yeah, let's go. If I fail in one of these first ones, yeah, you can slam me in the comments. Okay, so this is cool because technically we're getting like 2 people here. Hover over an enemy's intent to see their next action and target. Use this information to strategize. So this is going to hit the targets in the front. If the opposing units are in the same row, priority goes same lane. So he's going to hit here. If nobody was here, then it would go upper lane, then bottom lane, which seems independent of where this zombie is standing. This guy is going to deal 7 as well. Same type of targeting. And this guy's just going to hit whoever's in his front lane and deal 5 damage. Okay. Create a rock. Add attempt pulverize into Rocky's hand. Now I imagine can I create a rock in front of them? Yeah, it looks like I can. So that's going to be some type of like damage block then, right? Deal 4 damage, and Rocky follows up with 5 damage if in the same row as you. Oh, he's only going to follow up if it's in the same row as her. Okay, cool. Cool. Deflect for guard. And then he's got that trigger. Now I wonder if she does this, will that trigger this? Let's see. It does. Okay. Let's throw in this now and see. So it's only 4, but I don't know if that damage carries over, if he just kills that. Remember to make use of Officer Aaron's trigger skill to gain situational advantage. You'll gain more opportunities to add such cards to your deck later on as well. Fine. Totally cool. Vulnerable. Will take X more damage on the next hit. Effect ends on turn start. So we probably want to lead with vulnerables, right? But how does that differ then from something like bleed, I wonder? I guess I should just block a little bit. I guess that's only on her. So this is where the card draw becomes really important, because I didn't get any of Lucius's cards, right? We only got, like, rock cards. So I probably should have done that a little differently, but let's weaken here. Effect ends on turn start. So that vulnerability is a bit wasted. Now let's see how this plays out. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. We actually go through each person's deck. It's not random draws. I understand. Okay, sick. That's cool. That's very different. That's very different. I love that. Okay, so now I feel like we should have no problem killing these guys. Gain 10 damage. It's a melee attack. So that'll kill him. Yep, fine. If I want to deal 10, it has to be there because he's in that lane. Guarding doesn't really help me here, I don't think. Not enough SP to play this. I don't want to destroy that rock, so let's just guard and guard. Okay, fine. Then we're going to go to our turn down here with Lucius. Can I do 20? 30% more damage on the next X hits. Grant 1 might to adjacent allies as well. But he's already gone. So does that carry over? Move target into adjacent cell. Ah, okay. Yeah, see, that's actually cool. So now he's going to tank that damage, which is fine because he's got a lot of block there. but it means that my attacks aren't going to be in the right spot. So now that we know how that works, I guess we might want to do that differently next time. So this is using whatever this thing is, his skill underneath that. Let's switch back. And we'll do some slashing damage, I think. Okay. And then I'll shift out of the way, but I'll still have guard. Or, yeah, huh. Okay, so I probably should have done show of force first there. I was just under the impression that this was going to use AP, but it's using this resource instead. Okay, so let's shift back there, fine. And I'll just throw, let's throw this on to see what happens. So it says it's for the next 1 hits, which means maybe it does carry over to the next round. So that works as intended. Now he's gonna lurch. That's totally fine. Okay, I love that these guys are super basic so we can kind of experiment with this. So he does his attack. Now she should do an attack to get the trigger. She doesn't have one, unfortunately. All allies draw 1. Okay. Then I guess we just defend. Now, why is she... Oh, yeah. Shift comes into play. It's a stratagem, so automatically appears in hand when you have sufficient SP to play it. So that must be what that means. That's SP. Okay. And how are we gaining that? Not exactly sure. Team Shield. Gains 6 guard. Rocky gains 6 guard if you're directly behind him, which is not the case here. However, if I shifted, I would be. But then this is using that SP as well. So it looks like, okay, so each AP is slowly building up the SP, right? Each card we play is building up SP, and that's where these come into play. Cool. Okay, give me some attacks here. Deals 20 damage and is accurate. Every point of damage will remove 2 guard instead of 1. Okay, but it's straight in front. So I need to have, like, I need a shift. Actually, hold on. I can do this. Never mind. Okay, I can see what people were talking about when they say it's pretty complex, because we're early on and there's a lot of different things already. Oh, neat. So there's weapons as well. +4 spell damage. Okay. How do I equip this? So this is all my cards. Here's equipment. Requires 11. I think she might have this then. Yeah, cool. Okay, I love this. Here we go. Here we go. We can learn more about items. We can figure it out. We can give this to her, and she can gain 3 focus. This is a heal. When used in battle, adds grit into your hand. When used outside of battle, restores 2 HP. Huh. And then here's just a heal. Let's throw that. Oh, he's already got one. Okay, so let's put this here. And then we'll put this one there. All right, cool. Look, we can have formations set up as well. Under normal circumstances, this hero will begin encounters standing within their preferred row. First line of defense. Okay. So she goes into that mid section, but we can change all of that. Oh, neat. Oh, this is cool, man. This is very cool. This is our main quest. Okay, let's keep going. We don't need to go back and heal or anything, so let's roll. There's 2 skeletons now and zombies. Heroes have +12 initiative. This will be the real challenge. I like it shows all of these dice rolls as well. All right, so now if we can get an attack off with her, then we trigger this. So we should definitely go for vulnerable effects. Deleted. And then I could go super guard here with team shield because we're directly behind him. That said, we are not in the same row. So if I were to move here, that would put us in the same... What just happened? Wait a sec. Why did this switch? Are you telling me that... Oh, enemies can use triggers as well. Are you telling me I can right-click on these guys and use their skills so I don't have to respect this order? Is that what you're telling me? That's very cool. Okay, no, that is not the case. All this is doing is letting me look at the cards that they have. Gotcha. All right. So if I wanted to switch spots here, it would cost me 1 AP. And then we could do something like 1-2 punch, right? Because we'd be in the same row. I have to remember, like, you think row is always like this, but these are called lanes, so rows are up and down. But then I wouldn't be able to use team shield, or would I? Because this uses this other thing. I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna move here, right? We go 1-2 punch. Let's attack this guy. Because this guy's a little bit more predictable. I mean, this guy is going to hit here, but this guy is only going in a straight line. So then... Oh, yeah. Duh. That used 1 and then 1 for the attack. I'm just goofy. And if I use... Hold on. If I use this... Hold on. Move a target into an adjacent cell. I don't think there's a way I can get back behind, because if I hit here, I think they just swap, right? Oh, no, that swaps us. Okay, sick. Then I can team shield. All right, all right, all right. So then he gains some, everyone's happy. Cool, so we're actually blocking all of this damage now. Very nice. I feel like we should probably be able to just crush anything and everything. What's in his cards? All right, so we're just gonna clear them, I think. Guard and slash. Okay, that is really cool. We're learning a lot of stuff, man. We're learning a lot of stuff. I like it. So some renown there, some gold, and a leather belt. +2 to dexterity-based challenges, +1 rank to a random buff skill in hand on battle start. Sure. Yeah, no sweat. No sweat indeed-yo. Does he even have any? So he's got dodges, but that doesn't really do anything. Random buff skill in hand on battle start. I mean, I guess if I trigger Show of Force, then that's okay. She has this, but we haven't even drawn that yet. So it's a little bit of luck of the draw there, but that makes sense. Stats, what does it want to show me? We already looked at this, so that's cool. On top of these stats, a hero's combat ability is governed by action points and strategy points, SP. Most cards cost AP to play, however, certain special cards cost SP, represented by a segmented purple bar below the hero's health bar. SP is built up by playing cards, acting as a kind of power-up resource gauge. Yeah, sick. Well, we're super smart, so we got that figured out, obviously. This is going to be more of a challenge. So it looks like there's like a boss unit, Steam Snake, Bone Warrior. Let's give her. All right, I don't even know what that is. Stone Wall. 26 effect. Retain guard. I don't have a clue what that means. He gained 16 guard. Okay, so we have a combat log. That's nice. Inventive solutions. Oh, look at this. We're in 3 lanes now. That was probably shown on the map, but I maybe moved a little quick. Okay. Rocky will draw 2. Rocky and you gain 2 critical for every strength card drawn, and 2 guard for every dex card drawn. Well, okay then. Let's go cohesion. Okay, critical and guard. So next hit deals 2 more damage. He's got 2 critical. Fine. I got to get into that same row, definitely. So we should maybe swap positions here. And then I wonder if his... If 1-2 punch goes, so he does a follow-up attack, I wonder if that means that he'll also use his attack. He's going to deal 9 straight ahead. I can probably guard enough to block that. So that's fine by me. Do we have any guard cards here? I don't. But if nobody's in this lane, then it would go upper lane. Same lane, upper lane, bottom lane. So would that totally miss the middle lane? That's interesting. That is very interesting. So this is free. Adjacent allies draw 1. Okay, first of all, I need to move here. We're down to 1. Everyone draws. Ding, ding, ding. Cool. Now, we can hit here. We should try and get through some of that block, right? Retain guard? I don't even know what that means. Oh, guard. Block up to 2 damage this round. Yeah, so that's just his block. So, okay. Those are round based, but he keeps his. I understand. I don't know what 26 effect means, so there's only one way to find out. Let's go for him. Okay, so that does do his trigger as well, which is sick. Okay. 26 effect. So he's actually also, let's take a look here. Hovering over him in the top right, we see he's more resistant to physical damage, but that's really all I have right now. But he's weak to fire. These guys are weak to physical, and this guy has no weaknesses. Okay, so now we can do... I could do a shift, but that doesn't really help me. I'll gain 6 guard. I'm not going to get all of the other benefits, but that's fine. We'll probably end up moving him in front. He's actually hitting the front, and he's actually hitting the back. This is so cool. This is actually... Okay, so it's complex. It's complex, but very, very different from any other game that I've played, me personally. Okay, 10 damage. What else do I have? 5 guard. I should at least... Oh, yeah, look at this. The accurate card. Every point of damage removes 2 guard instead of 1. Okay. Still 20 damage, but him having block or guard would have been almost better. Okay, that said... Do I just want to go all in on damage? I think so, actually. I feel like I don't have to worry. If he dies, like, that sucks, but she would still have stuff. But maybe not as much. Anyways, let's go here. So, yeah. So we're seeing that 25% reduction because of his resistance. That's fine. I think we'll do this. Rocky Finisher. Ooh. Deal 35 damage. Critical and vulnerable are 50% more effective close range. Oh, look at that. Okay, there's yet another thing we need to consider. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna retain, I'm gonna get some guard. Nothing I can do there. Tank there. Yeah, I think this is okay. All right, now what do I have? shift target, so I can shift enemies around. Move people into adjacent cells. Applies 4 vulnerable, so they take more damage on follow-up attacks. Increases the value of... Okay, so I guess with vulnerable, it only affects the next hit. Bleed keeps going. So bleed's stronger, I guess. But this is also free. Okay, so let's bleed there. And then... gain 2 might, grant 1 to adjacent allies. Let's do it. It's not perfect positioning, but it's fine. I can move them up, actually. Oh, okay. So this is where we can, like, reposition them to be in range of other stuff. So if the initiative works out... Yeah, holy smokes, that's really cool. Okay. Anyway, let's just kill this guy. And he's going to attack the back. If all opposing units are in the same row, targets from back to front. So even if he's up here, it doesn't matter. He's still going to hit the front lane, right? But what are you doing? You're just attacking straight. I think that's fine. You're going to attack the back, which means me, and I don't have any armor. So why don't I do this? Why don't I shift myself? And then that way, she takes this hit with the block. He blocks most of this, and then we're, like, laughing. See what he does. I wonder how many NPCs are involved, because it's a little bit messy. Whoa. Okay. What happened there? What happened there? The Steam Snake Bone Warrior moved. Wait, here. Okay. He used Heavy Swing. Rocky took 2 damage. Skeleton Archer used Arrow Shot. Rocky took 7 damage. So his Arrow Shot, I thought was going to go for her because it was in his lane. Huh. So he's going to put up a guard and give everyone 11 block. He is targeting specific cells. So it looks like he's targeting these back too. Units can move out of them to avoid the skill. So it seems like we're fine. We don't even need to put up any guards right now. We just basically want to put in damage. Right? So let's go vulnerable here. I'll just play these because why not? We can build up our SP. Then it goes to Rocky. So I can use shift for the same thing instead of using an AP, I guess. So that's cool. And then we have these. I need him to be in close range, and I don't have a way of making that happen, really. That triggers. He's down to 10. I think we'll be able to kill him. That said, I am curious if we're unable to kill, what happens if he dies, you know? But I don't know if we're going to be able to see that. This is so close. Okay. We'll just throw these on. And then hopefully he just strikes here. Nice. Good job, man. Good job. So he's going to target those back two, which did nothing. He's moved up to the top. So let's read this again. This is the same thing he did before. If all opposing units are in the same row, so row is all of this, okay? So let's say these guys, they're in the same row, right? See this little connector? I think that's what's showing there. Then the priority goes same lane, upper lane, bottom lane. So I think what was happening is he's always targeting the back. Not just the back in this lane. It's based on your row. That's why that worked a little differently from what I thought. Okay, we'll give him a card draw. Apply vulnerable there. Rocky draws 2. Let's shift. If I shift here, I'll have to shift again. Oh, okay, those lines are actually showing the trigger, I think. Yeah, that must be it. Not his targeting. So he's currently the target. Priority is same lane, upper lane, bottom lane. Okay. Okay. That's a lot to wrap my tiny brain around. +2 attack damage. Certainly got a knack for staying alive. The garrison should be a little safer now with your help. This leaves our main objective, the garrison storehouse. It's right up ahead through the streets. We had to barricade it off from the garrison when the bandits attacked. With luck, we'll be able to deal with them without too much trouble. Yeah, with luck. That's the key. +2 attack damage? Sure. Let's go. Okay. Camp, recenter on party. So, like, this could get pretty wild, I guess. Kind of navigating all over the place. I feel like people are going to compare this to Slay the Spire. But I would say don't do that. This feels a lot more complex. Like, there's more going on. And then you add, like, the RPG elements and stuff, so... On the way to the storehouse, you pass by 3 soldiers nursing an assortment of injuries. They advise caution when dealing with the bandits. Front door's blockaded and they'll have crossbows waiting for you if you get in, one of them says. Party decision. Down the road, you arrive at the garrison storehouse. A bandit appears out from an arrow slit in the 2nd floor. Scram unless you got a death wish, he sneers before heading back inside. The front door doesn't budge when you push on it. It might give way with some force, but the earlier soldier's warning comes to mind. Scram unless you got a death wish. So pick a hero to attempt a might check. These guys are both base chance. Or pick a hero to attempt a perception check. I guess we're better off going with Jendaya here, right? You're now attempting a challenge, a test of your skill and luck. Roll higher than the challenge difficulty to succeed. Rolling a 1 is bad, 20 is good. Picking an appropriate skill for the task at hand will grant a bonus to your dice roll, but you'll gain exhaustion. This adds useless cards to your combat deck and lowers future dice rolls. This is really neat. So what skill? Huh. If it's a common skill, gain 1. If it's a rare skill, gain 2. And if it's an epic skill, gain 3. So I need to roll an 11. So yeah, it's 50-50. Like it said. Let's throw this in. Why not? Right? Now I'm getting a +6. I'll take it. Cannot be played. So we're going to have more of these in our hand. Quite a few more. She gained a bunch of XP from that. So she's got 2 exhaustion cards in the deck. Value of dice rolls in future challenges are now reduced by this amount. If we rest in camp or in an inn or use consumables we can reduce exhaustion. Man, this is really cool. Your keen eyes spot faint scuff marks on the far wall, likely made by steel-toed boots. On further inspection, you draw a few good handholds on an uneven patch of wall, which you could use to climb up the storehouse's roof. Officer Aaron assists you climb to the roof. On the rooftop, you fortuitously find an open hatch door and a ladder leading down into the storehouse. Inside, you spot 3 bandits on the lower floor. 2 of them have their crossbows trained on the front door. A larger bandit, presumably their leader, is rummaging through the various supply crates. With the advantage of the prize, you estimate that Officer Aaron and yourself could take out 1 set of them, but which one? Oh, we go for the larger bandit. Oh, look at that. So this triggers an encounter. This, we take out the bandit leader. Cautiously moving across the rafters, Officer Aaron waits for the signal. The officer lands on the large man, throwing him off balance. You follow through, slamming the man's head into a nearby crate to knock him out cold. The 2 bandits whirl around in surprise, clumsily firing off their crossbows in your direction. So we can do a reflex check. So Lucius is at 70%. You drop low, attempting to avoid the volley. We're getting a +3 on our modifier. So let's just roll. If not, he takes 3 damage. Come on, baby. Oh, destroyed. 140 XP there. You close in on the remaining 2 bandits and battle is joined. That's sick. All right. So he's going first. Fair enough. Shall I move here? Or shall I move here? Because I want to use his trigger, but I can trigger that with other people. So I'm going to move here then instead. And then I've got the 1-2 punch. Let's take a look at what this is doing. Quick trap. So he's going to trap a cell. Traps are triggered when he steps on them. Okay, so that'll be something we have to avoid then in the future. Disables movement, and any card with the move tag does not stack. Applies vulnerable. 13 vulnerable. Okay. So that's very dangerous. We just have to stay out of there. And then here, he's targeting front to back. So this one's a little bit more straightforward. He's going to target there. If opposing units are all in the same row, party goes same lane, upper lane, bottom lane. Okay. Okay. Nice job, buddy. Should probably have put this on first, but I'm learning, so it's fine. Okay. Not enough AP. I could shift. And I will, actually. Okay. You can still click on this. That's interesting. Okay. Now, Rocky. I kind of want to just do this because I can... Oh, I need SP for this! The finisher, damn it! Oh, that's funny. I was just seeing the number. I was like, yeah, well, no problem. Alright, whatever. I just wanted to see how the finisher looked, you know? 20 damage with accurate. Alright. We're clearly stomping right now. Renown and gold. Let's head back to the garrison. So it looks like, okay, we have supplies to manage. Essential adventuring supplies when traveling overland or through the darkest dungeons. Gold, the fate which we read about in Renown, can be traded for artifacts, maps, and for access to the Maelstrom Gate in Act 4. Interesting. Okay, let's enter. We got some more Renown. Excellent work out there, Officer, and head over with some of the reserves to secure the area. Right away, Captain. Now, even as we speak, there are battles being waged on multiple fronts along the outer perimeter of the garrison. A few adventurers like yourselves have been dispatched to choke points to hold the line. My resources are stretched thin as it is. I'll need you to head out to support the defense effort. Make sure none of the undead break through. Journal's updated. Okay. So we can gain a new ally here by defending the garrison. Then we have the main quest. Let's see how this works. Oh, neat. Oh, cool. So we're kind of we're like branching out of here every time. And now that we've been here, we have all these different paths that are connected. Oh, cool. Level 4. Level 4. Oh, this is really neat. Reinforce the 2 points. Link up with the 2 adventurers he sent out earlier. And then here, link up with the 2 adventurers he sent out earlier. Party's front line is barricaded. Party's front line is barricaded. That's so cool, man. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on here. Guild Hall. It's been renowned to discover new artifacts or objects that grant a variety of beneficial effects. Let's do it. Unlock. Oh. Well, that doesn't help. Pick an artifact to start your run with. Unpicked artifacts can spawn in your run as unstable, which have an activation effect instead of a passive bonus. Oh, well. That is not what I thought was going on there. Okay, so I guess I don't have any artifacts. I thought that was going to find me some. But it unlocked slots instead. What does this do? Ah. You can set, like, I guess, party leader. That might have some type of impact. We don't need to heal. That's cool. What does the blacksmith have? So we can buy stuff here. We can sell. Okay. Roderick. We can chat. What's happening isn't right. None of it is. Understandable. Gotta turn over the graves to make sure we don't get swarmed in our own backyard. Yeah, zombies. The inn is shuttered, but repairs are happening. Place of learning, but no one's around. So these are gonna unlock later. You guys, this is really cool. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Wildermyth, if you've played that. But like, combat plays out way differently, but the mix between the events and the RPG elements with the actual combat gameplay reminds me of that a little bit. The core mechanics and core elements aside, like Wildermyth is all about, you know, having kind of a legacy with your heroes. This seems quite a bit different. But yeah, this is cool, and I can see why people were talking about the complexity, because it will stack up pretty aggressively. That said, I feel like the onboarding process is pretty clean. It would be nice if it really went in depth to explain this type of thing. Where is it? This type of targeting. Like, I'd have to watch that back to see exactly what happened. But that being said, other than maybe just babying me along to explain these, everything else was pretty clear. And I do like that even early in the tutorial, it was showing me some more advanced things with that trigger effect. So that's kind of cool. Look at this. What the heck? Skill grid. What is this? Connected skill blocks. Each unlock requires a skill point which you gain from leveling up or through certain consumables found. So how do we see what level we are? I guess we're still just level 1. Right? So if we just click here. Yeah, level 1. We're so close, though. We're so close. So what's interesting is if we're level 1 and we go out here, this says level 4. Like, is that supposed to... Like, that seems scary. I don't know. But we're close to... Like, maybe it's a combined level of your party. So, technically, maybe we're, like, level 2. Because we're 2 1s. And we're very close to level 2 on each of them. So, maybe... we would be that correct party once we level up. Anyway. Yeah, thank you guys for taking a look at this. This was really, really enjoyable. I think if I can find some time in the next little while to stream, I think this would be really fun to stream with you guys. Let me know if you'd be down for that. Thanks again to Mixed Realms for sponsoring this look and getting my eyes on something else. As I said, like, I've been following this for a couple of years, and I've never had a chance to play it, and here we are, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know if this was done as well when it first released, I don't know the history, so if you guys have any information on that, I'd be happy to hear it. But in its current state, man, I'm having a great time. So let me know what you guys think, and we'll maybe be back here. Bye for now, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a good one. Take care.